could I not believe in God? Look how much I gained after everything I lost. How could I not place my trust in something that knows us better than we know us? How could I not pray and give thanks? After all of those mistakes, he still gave me chance after chance. You see, before birth it was darkness, and after death we always thought it'd be the same. But the soul is separate from the body, and after life the soul shall remain. They say then unto God we shall return, as is from him we all came. Some question, does he even exist? What's understood need not be explained. But we ain't people of understanding, we're people of living and ignoring. Let's ignore the reality so we can enjoy the fantasy. Fantasy's all it is when you don't enjoy it actually. A people of pretenders. Let's pretend we're filled with happiness, smiling on the outside while inside filled with sadness. How can you find peace in the heart? How can you find peace in the heart if you don't have a connection with the one who created the heart? We can worship the clothes and we can worship
Welcome to the stream, guys. Welcome to the stream.
It's crazy when you look at life.
Welcome.
I was generally unhappy, and the media let us believe that success was in materials and money. So we praise those who have the most. We look up to them and label them celebrities, wishing we had a life like theirs, while they're wishing they had a life of simplicity. They spend a life trying to avoid the cameras. We spend our time trying to be in front of them. We praise them for their beauty and their talent while we ignore the God that created them. That's like thanking the waitress that brings the meal but disregarding the chef. That's like praising the beauty of a building but not the architect. You're amazed by the brain of the designer of the aeroplane. What about the designer of a bird or a brain? Sad reality, we become a nation that don't worship the creator, but we worship his creations. Have you ever been to the mountains? Go to the mountains, stand upon them, ponder on them. Look at the clouds that hover over them. Look at the sky, try and understand the life of the birds that fly. Look at the sea, watch the fish swim, the sharks spin and the jumping dolphin. Listen to the roaring, sounds of the jungle, elephants and lions. Anyone with intelligence can see the signs. Animals and mankind, heavens and earth. How could two people come together and bring about a child's birth? Mad, now what's that life worth? They just play, study and work. But that play ain't even satisfying. We're all depressed and unsatisfied. And this work ain't even sufficient. Nobody's content with their current position. Continuously searching for more and more and more. But we don't know what we're searching for. I made a study about what we study. It troubled me because honestly most of it was worthless. That's why we live our life without knowing our true purpose. They taught us science but didn't teach us science. They taught us history but didn't teach us history. That was all from the wrong perspective and too selective. I didn't learn religion in RE. They can't modify me. I'm more Malcolm than Michael. I stay with a character delightful, but the brain's always serious. Focus on what's in front of us, seeing past the nights and days, looking ahead to when we fall and then raise. I can't live without praise. Don't praise me, praise the one that made me.
Praise the one that made me. Made it all.
Never come about by chance. Look at the planets in the galaxy.
Look at them.
This world would end, be their one collision, but they orbit the sun in a perfect fashion. Imagine life without God. Imagine life without God. We was broke, prayed for money, then the door knocked. We was scared, prayed for safety, then the car stopped. And when it didn't, we kept the faith and saw the benefits another day. We trust God's wisdom, so we accept his decision.
We accept his decision.
And end up in deeper depression. Don't be like them. You are the company of your friend.
You are the company of your friend.
The truth is, we don't want to believe it. We're scared of what we don't know. We're comfortably lost. We don't want to ruin it.
Comfortably lost.
Forced to if we'd seen it, and the truth is we see it every day, but we blind play like that's the easier way. How can you not praise the God that created everything you admire, the ruler of the heavens and the fire? You stay silent when the universe is expanding.
Rulers of the heaven and the fire.
Can't count the stars or fathom your surroundings. You make noise when your favorite player scores a goal. But what's that compared to the universe?
What's in the black hole?
You act like God's power is just a made-up story. Split the atom and
you'll understand his glory.
God is perfect without any flaw.
Without any flaw.
Forgiveness, forever opening mercy's door.
Forever opening mercy's door.
Even if he gave you nothing.
Even if he gave you nothing.
Even after everything, he didn't give you nothing more.
He's giving you so much.
Of worship. Through good times and the hardship.
Through good times and the hardship.
Humble yourself before you get humbled.
Humble
God
yourself.
is the greatest without any doubt.
Without any doubt.
Don't act like you created yourself inside and out.
We create
Everything
nothing.
comes from him.
Everything.
Our wealth, this world, everything.
All of it.
Don't be blind. Look how we're designed. Our eyes, our hair, 4 fingers,
And the thumb.
The heart, the liver, the
Lungs.
lungs. God planned
Is better than anyone's.
When turbulence hits a plane, or that boat hits a wave, watch how fast they call
Watch
his
how
name.
fast they call his
After
name.
everything they say when life's at stake, even a disbeliever
Even starts to pray.
How can we not believe in
Facts.
God? Don't look at all the things we could have. Look at everything we got. And when the night and day is over,
When it's over and you raised up,
we return to Him.
we return to Him subhanahu wa ta'ala.
Pray today.
Before it's too late. Brothers and sisters, that great day is coming. It ain't gonna matter on that day except what you did and what you didn't do. That's it. Your wealth, your cars, your clothes, none of that's gonna matter. It's gonna matter what you did. That day's quick approaching for all of us. May Allah grant us goodness. May Allah grant us faith. May Allah grant us serenity, peace, happiness. Welcome to the stream, guys. It's Thursday. It's Thursday. Let's get it going. Oh no, why is my cam not working? Here we go again, chat. Here we go again. Hold on. We gonna get this fixed. Just give me a second, chat. There we go. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Welcome to the stream. Who all is here? Zaheen, welcome. Ruqya, welcome. Afsana, welcome. Moon Bunny Star. Assalamu alaikum, young lady. Hamza, welcome. Serenity, welcome. One of our members. Thank you very much for supporting the stream. Musawir, assalamu alaikum, my brother. Tajwa, assalamu alaikum. Kareem Jabbar, assalamu alaikum. How's everybody doing? Welcome to the Thursday live stream here on the YouTube. I hope you guys are doing well. I hope you're a little bit motivated by my brother MB, that be Muslim Billah, with his track Signs. Whoa. Hold on, I'm dropping stuff over here, chat. I'm fumbling the bag over here, chat. Trying to get this controller out of the way. There we go. Oh no, my camera's, oh no. Hold on a second, chat. We're gonna have to go back to the starting screen real quick because my cam wants to act all buggy. So give me 1 second, chat. We're just gonna stop it and start it. So we'll be right back. 1 second. 1 second, chat. Just want to be buggy with me today. You want to play games? All right. Let's see now. Let's see if it wants to work now. Come on. Here we go. Bismillah. Hit it with the Bismillah. Let's see if the cam works now. Nope. And it's frozen, so we're going to switch it back. Oh, boy. Here we go. This is what happens sometimes, chat. You want to do some live streaming? You got to deal with all this nonsense. There we go. Yes, sir, Kareem Jabbar did the remix on your name. The remix. All right. Now it's working. There we go. Get a little bit more light in here. It's a little too dark up in here. How's everybody doing? I hope you guys are doing well. Moon Bunny Star. I like the little kitty in the box. What is that? Ramen on the other one. Hope you guys are well, inshallah ta'ala. I hope you all guys also checked out the latest samosas and sweet tea that we dropped on Sunday. We'll be dropping another one, inshallah ta'ala, this Sunday. A little more controversial. We shall see. Modern Warfare 2, it's been good. Kareem, I like it so far. So far, so good. We shall see. I just haven't had as much time lately. Oh, let's get this cam. There we go. It was a little bit set sideways. Mazen Hassan, salaam alaikum. I love Moon Bunny the way she supports her dad. Yes, Moon Bunny is always supporting the stream. She's always showing the support. We need to get Moon Bunny a membership so she can use all of the emotes. We need to get Moon Bunny a membership. I need to get her a membership so she can use all of the emotes. That's what we should do. I hope everybody is well. You can also gift memberships. So maybe Moon Bunny, maybe you'll get a gifted membership here soon. because I know you can gift. That's one of the things with the little $sign. You can also not only become a member, but you can gift memberships. And I think you can gift memberships to specific people in the chat. We got to get you a membership, Moon Bunny. You should be able to use all the emotes. Let me see real quick. 1 second. 1 second, chat. I am just boom, boom, boom. Boom, 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 boom. 1, 2, 3. Boom, boom, boom. Add moderator. All right, there you go, Moon Bunny. Moon Bunny, actually, you should be able to use all the emotes now. You should be able to use all the emotes now. I made you a moderator, Moon Bunny. Made you a moderator, so you should have a little mod symbol next to your name now when you chat. Assalamu alaikum from Algeria. Welcome, welcome, welcome. JD, assalamu alaikum. Your podcast, great. Keep up the good work. Alhamdulillah. Allahumma barak. May Allah bless you. There you go, Moon Bunny. You see, you got the little wrench next to your name now. You should be able to use all of my emotes, as a matter of fact. You should be able to use all of my emotes and everything now because you are a moderator. Should be. We're trying to tackle some subjects on our podcast. I know I'm overdue for reflections. I know I'm overdue for reflections from my side. I know that the next one I'm planning on hitting is going to be a very sensitive topic, so I'm trying to address it properly. And hopefully, inshallah ta'ala, get back on a bi-weekly schedule with the reflections. We're trying to do a weekly schedule on samosas and sweet tea and a bi-weekly on reflections along with work. It's just, it's a lot. It's a lot. It's just a lot that we have to cover. And it's a lot of work. So anybody who thinks that content creation is not a grind, then you probably haven't done it. Because content creation is a grind. It is one of the hardest grinds that I've done in a long time, between filming, making sure that, because it's not just sitting down in front of a camera. You have to make sure your content's okay, and you got to film, then you got to edit, and you got to make sure all that stuff is good, the lighting's good, everything like that. And then you got to edit all the clips, and it's work. Yes, drop a like if you guys are in here. 29 concurrent viewers, 13 likes. We can do better than that, chat, inshallah ta'ala. Yeah, editing, Tahseen, takes a lot of effort. Editing takes a long time. What have I missed here? Assalamu alaikum. I'm curious as to what you think of character creation in games. I myself am a gamer. I've been struggling with these things because I'm afraid it's haram. Difference of opinion, bro. I believe it's in the digital space, and these are not physical things, just like with pictures. I don't have an issue with pictures because they are digital. Now, I'm not going to go print them out and hang them up on my wall. But I don't see an issue with digital ones. Moon Bunny, see if you can use my emotes, Moon Bunny. If not, then I guess you do have to be a member to use my emotes. But I don't know if you can use them. But you got the little wrench, so you should be able to do things. So you guys got to watch out. You get out of line, Moon Bunny, my daughter can ban you from the chat. She could ban you from the chat because she is now a mod. Yes, sir. Assalamu alaikum from Morocco. Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. How you doing? Yeah, Musawar, the schedule is just packed. It's just packed. Literally, even right after this chat, got to go straight to we have another coaching session at 3 p.m. So this stream will have to end on time, inshallah ta'ala. Yeah, Musawar, Moon Bunny can now ban people from the chat. Umar Saeed, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh from London, England. London. I hope you guys are doing well over there in London. I'm sure the weather is getting amazing right now. Here today, it is a nice and balmy 12 degrees. Balmy. Wait till you guys see next Thursday. Literally, this is the last day. It's actually kind of warm today for November. It's crazy. Next Thursday, there's going to be nothing but negatives on this board, most likely. You're going to see nothing but negatives on this board. Yeah, Musawi, you got to be scared. Everybody's got to stay in line, because when Moon Bunny's in the chat, nobody's safe. If you get out of line, you'll get the boot. Get out of line, you will get the boot. Instead, I have a science exam in January next year, and I feel like I'm having a little progress, even though I'm generally trying. Wish your advice. Tajwar, you got to buckle down, man. You got to just buckle down and hit it hard. If you want to do well in this exam, you have to put in some work. It's the same with like life, Life is a test. Our final exam will be on the day of judgment, and our final exam will be based on the effort that we put in this life. That's it. That's the simplicity of this world that we live in, is that it is all an exam, and the final test will be on the day of judgment. and our Lord Dhul Jalali wal Ikram will tell us whether or not we have passed. That's it. Simple as that. So you're gonna have to put in some work, inshallah. Uzma, fluently, شوية, enough, inshallah. I've seen a video from Sheikh said the issue, but I'm playing The Sims. Yeah. Modest Pixels. I don't see an issue with it personally, but again, I'm not someone you can take rulings from. But personally, for myself, being in the digital space, I don't see an issue. 70s in Michigan. Yeah, it's crazy warm today for November. What is it? November the 10th? Crazy warm for November the 10th. But then again, tonight it's going to be 26 degrees, which is like, what is that in Celsius? Probably like -4, -3 or 4, something like that. So it's going to go from being like 14 today to -4 tonight. So it's just gonna go sideways, and then from here on out, the bottom drops off, and it's just gonna be gonna be cold. You're welcome, Modest Pixels. Day of Judgment is a day of accountability, 100%. Mike Beasy, Assalamu alaikum, because I live in the USA. What advice you give for buying my first home, seeing the policy here, use riba? Mike Beasy, there are a couple of institutes, there are a couple of companies that are Muslim owned, and they run on a no riba system. They have a different way that it's set up that is considered to be halal by a lot of scholars. So they have a system that is set up. I'm not sure of all of the names of them. Just look up Halal Mortgage USA. Halal Mortgage in the USA. I think Guidance Residential is one of them. It's the biggest one, I think. There's a couple other ones I cannot remember off the top of my head. But they do home loans based on Sharia compliancy. They do home loans based on Sharia compliancy. Just like I posted on my socials that I am partnered with Wahid Investments. Wahid Investments is an investing platform that, unlike the stock market, is only based on Sharia compliancy. So it's only based on being compliant with the Sharia and where your money goes and what is invested in, etc. So that's it. Ijara is another one. Yeah, there's a few companies out there, inshallah, that can do that for you. Been heading out now, Tajwar. Yeah, you got to get back to those studies, Tajwar, bro. You got to get back to those studies. Recently hanging out with the brother, and some of them joke about 4 wives, but I ain't comfortable with a stranger on my end. Not really, not stranger in the end, you know, not considering, you know, the things that you've been through. No, it's not strange. It's not strange. And you can even just tell them, like, you're not comfortable with chatting around about that here. I don't know how to pronounce that. Silin Adism, Assalamu alaikum. How you doing? How you doing? Welcome. Also, chat, we have the merch. If anybody wants to pick up some merch, this is exclusively for my YouTube. We're working on some more designs, inshallah. This was the first drop that we did, the Insan hoodie. There's different colors for the Insan hoodie. You can also get the Insan regular crew neck, as well as the Insan hat. I don't know if I have the right merch. Maybe type in merch in the chat and it'll come up. If you want to get one, it is shipped straight to your door through Streamlabs. They do everything. They do the processing, they do the printing, they do the shipping, they do the customer service, they do everything. And it's all champion branded merchandise. So it's really, really good for the winter and good for the cold months. They ship worldwide. So if you want to pick up any of that merch, you can do so. You want to pick up any of that merch, you can do so. Let me see what is the link for that, because I'm trying to remember off the top of my head as well. Let me see if it pops up. Dashboard. There we go. Oh yeah, that should be it. Let me click on that link and make sure it pulls up the right link. Nope, it says can't find that page. Let me see, because I changed it for YouTube over from Twitch. I'm just trying to find it, so just give me a second. Go to store. Yeah, I don't know why it's not pulling it up. It's YushaEvans.live. YushaEvans.live/merch. Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. I don't know why it says it won't pull up. Yeah, it says I can't reach this page. That is weird. Yusha Evans. Is it not right? YushaEvand.live.merch. Oh, that's because I made the link wrong. Just change the D to an S. I was like, why is that not pulling up? It's Yusha Evans. Yeah, I know it says D. We got to change that. Where's Nightbot? Nightbot tripping. Nightbot letting me get away with the spelling mistakes here, chat. Nightbot's letting me get away with spelling mistakes. We're going to fix that. We're going to fix that right now, Mr. Adiyan. Assalamu alaikum. We're going to fix that right now. Where's it at? Merch. I don't even see it. Where? Am I in the wrong? I'm in the wrong. Oh, I'm in the wrong one. That's why. I'm in the wrong one. That's why. No, we don't want to go to Yusha's Gaming. Log out. Log in with you two. There we go. I had to log out. Boom. Nightbot lacking, Musawir, bro. Nightbot is lacking. Let me fix that command right now. Custom. There it is. Bro, why has it got a D there? What is you doing? Yusha Evans.live/merch. All right, now somebody try that command now. Try merch. Type merch, exclamation merch, and you should get the right command now. Mahjub Nadi, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, I was wondering, I was like, why does that not work? That is tripping. But now it's working. Now it should be working. And you can see all the merch yourself. There you go. JD, it should pull up now. Let's see if it pulls up the right link. And we click on it. Yes, sir. There it is. There's the right link. So if you go to let me see, where am I looking at here? Let me see if it switches right now. There you go. You see? There you go, chat. There it is. So you have the Insan hoodie, the Insan crew neck, and the Insan hat. And there are different colors to it as well. You got the black, you got the gray, which is the one I'm wearing, and then we got a navy, and then black and gray in the crew neck, and then in the hat is all stitched. The hat, you have the different colors of the hat, which is, you can either go with all black, you can either go with the tan, you can go with the navy, you can go in the white and navy, or you can go with the all white. Nasiba, assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum. So there it is. The merch is up. So if you guys want to pick up some merch, it ships worldwide. Check it out. Let me guys know what you think of the quality and all of that. And that also supports the stream. That'll support. I get like, I think like $5-6 per hoodie that you guys buy. So it's not like you crazy off it. But this is my personal design, and it's a series that I'm working on. The first one being Insan, because we are, what are we? We are humans. I also hung up my We Are the Peace Human sign in the back. It's a lit up sign. It's actually a neon sign, but it's so bright. The neons that they work, and I talked to them about this, that the neons in it are so bright. The LEDs in it are so bright that if I turned it on, it would literally be like sitting in front of the sun. It'd be like sitting in front of the sun. So if they dim the lights down a little bit, that would be a beautiful sign. But I still hung it up anyway, because what are we at the end of the day? We're all Insan. We're all human. That's what Mazen, Hassan, that's what my shirt says. This is what it says. It says Insan. It says human. Because this is what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala labeled us as. Appreciate you, JD. We're actually working on some more. We're actually working on different versions of the merch. It's gonna kind of be a story about the human being and our journey and our path. So I can't reveal too much on that. But that is what we're going to be doing. And the first one is our base nature, which is Insan. Assalamu alaikum. The one with the sabre looked good. You wore in one of your videos. Furqan. Yeah, that one was from Nominal. Back when Nominal made clothings. And sabre is one of those things that you, as human beings, as being Insan, we always need patience. Patience is a virtue. Patience is one of those virtues that is very difficult to always achieve. Trust me. Sarah B, Assalamu alaikum. Welcome. Yes, finally catching another stream. Assalamu alaikum. Welcome. As usual, political nonsense, voting going on, funny. Yep. It is pretty much a lose-lose. Naim Kazan, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Another one of our members. Guys, if you want to become a member, just type in exclamation membership in the chat. It'll give you the direct link. or next to the subscribe button, you can see the join button. For $4.99 a month, you can help support what I'm doing and all of the content creation that I'm doing by becoming a member. And then you'll get exclusive badge over here, exclusive access to other videos that we're doing for members only, exclusive access to all of the emotes, etc. Your design rocks. Are you also into graphic design? I'm not. I have to pay a brother who I know to do the graphic design for me. He's really good, mashallah. But I pay him to do my graphic designs. I understand what I want the designs to be like, but I am not a designer. I don't have any artistic bone in my body. That would be my daughter. My daughter, inshallah ta'ala, when she gets old enough, she's probably going to be my graphic designer because she's really into art and drawing and things of that nature. And she's actually really good at it. Allahumma barak alaha. May Allah bless her in that, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum. Looks good. Read the machine. Yeah. Like I said, I like all three different colors. I have the gray one on, but it also comes in navy and black. And then you get the crew neck or the hat. I actually am working on, I want to get one of the hats as well. Is insan an Arabic word or an Urdu word? It's an Arabic word. It's actually a word in the Quran. There's an entire chapter of the Quran named Suratul Insan. Suratul Insan. Chapter of the human being. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I can't read the name. It's so small. Jazaria? I can't read. It's the only thing I hate. YouTube needs to fix its UI. DZ. YouTube needs to fix its UI interface so that I can read Arabic text better. Because the screen that I look at right over here in front of me, it makes it so small that like literally these old man eyes are very hard to see. Very hard to see it. Sarabia, we're all good. How are you doing? Hope you well as well. Yeah, it is a shame with Halo Infinite, the way they went with that. Halo Infinite had such a chance, but then it just doesn't do anything with it. It didn't do anything with it. Abdulaziz, Assalamu alaikum. Do you think you must have a specific time for gaming and not overdoing it if you don't waste time? Yeah. I'm not. You just don't overdo it and don't waste your time. Don't let it become a time wasting thing, and you gravy. You gravy. Just don't let it become a time wasting thing, and you all goody. That's it. Don't let it become time wasting. Do it in your spare time. Make it a hobby. Texting, as far as I know, it's Arabic root. Also, yes, the root of insan means to forget. One of the root words of the name human being, the name that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala decided to name us as, what the root means that we are forgetful. The root means that we as human beings are forgetful. And we are. Look at us. Look at us. Look at us as human beings. We are forgetful. We have to be reminded time and time and time again. This is why Allah makes us pray 5 times a day. This is why the Quran is oft repeated. This is why 17 times within those prayers, 5 times a day, we ask Ihdina Siratal Mustaqim. Guide us to the straight path. Because we as human beings are forgetful. We are forgetful. So we have to be reminded. We have to be reminded. And this is why Allah taught the Prophet ﷺ in the Quran, remind them, for indeed the reminder is of a benefit to the believers. Because Allah named us forgetful. That's it. Forgetful. I definitely would like to contribute to your cause. I'm a graphic design student. So reach out to me. Send me an email. YushaEvansMedia@gmail.com. Send me an email. YushaEvansMedia@gmail.com. And let me know. And I'll let you know how you can help, inshallah ta'ala. What are your thoughts on Jordan Peterson sitting down and having lunch with Netanyahu? Mr. Adyan, bro, we got to stop putting so much stock in all of these people, like, you know, putting these people on pedestals just because they speak a little bit favorably about Islam with one side of their mouth. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala teaches us about that. People who say things from one side of their mouth, but then they do another. We got to learn our lessons with that. We got to learn our lessons with that. We seriously do. We have to learn our lessons with these types of things. Islam does. Let me tell you something, brothers and sisters. I understand, you know, when someone accepts Islam who might be a celebrity, we this and that and the other. But Islam needs no one. No one. No one. None of us. Islam does not need any of us. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala does not need anything. Allah does not need anything. He is as-samad. That means he is self-sufficient. That means he is in need of nothing, but everything is in need of him. So if someone accepts Islam, I don't care how famous they are. I don't care if they're the most famous person on the planet. That is of benefit to them. That is of benefit to them. Yes, we would like for influential people to become a Muslim because it helps Islam. The Prophet ﷺ made dua for Umarain. He made dua for Umar ibn Khattab or Umar, also known as Abu Jahl, to become a Muslim, because he knew if one of these two people became a Muslim, it would be influential in helping Islam grow. Yes, but we don't need to be falling all over these people. He just made dua for them. We don't need to be falling all over these people as if, that they are the next Amir al-Mu'mineen. If they accept Islam, alhamdulillah, it's a beautiful thing, and it shows the world that Islam is growing and that Islam can reach to anyone. But that's it. That's where we leave it. We don't need to be falling all over it. We don't need to be, drooling all over these people. If they accept Islam, it's for their own benefit. But Allah does not need them, and Islam does not need them. It's for their own benefit. Read up al-wala and al-bara. 100%. Wala and bara is important. All we can do is pray Allah guide the non-Muslims, because the best in there. 100%, Sarah. That's it. That's all we can do. These people, if they come to Islam, may Allah guide them and increase them and allow them to become good Muslims and to become good spokespeople for the religion. But that we need to hold some reservation back, because you never know what these people could do. With new Muslims, I talked about this. I talked about this in our last podcast when we talked about the convert obsession. This was the entire, if you guys haven't checked it out, go to the Samosas and Sweet Tea YouTube channel, which is linked here on my YouTube channel, youtube.com/@samosasandSweetTea. And our last episode actually was about how converts are obsessed over. And that was one of the points that we were talking about, is that you need to see if these people are actually going to stick, with the religion, stick true to the faith, because you might be propping these people up on a pedestal the day after they become a Muslim, and then they start doing some nonsense, and then you have part and parcel promoted that. So let them take their time, let them embrace the faith, let them be sincere, let them show sincerity, and then we take them as that. We accept their Islam, we don't question their Islam. They're our brother and sister in faith, but let them have their own path. That's it. Let them have their own path. Why does Allah make us go through childhood trauma? I am right to assume that every human goes through that. Who would want to have a child if that's the case? The reason why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala allows people to go through childhood trauma is because He knows. Allah knows best. There's not everything that we have an answer for. That's another thing that Muslims have to stop doing, especially du'at. Especially du'at. One of the things that we need to stop doing. Let's get a little zoom in on this time, because we a little bit more of a calm vibe. Okay. One of the things that we need to stop doing is acting like we know the answer to everything. Only Allah knows the answers to everything. We don't. The things that we don't know the answers to, we say Allah knows best. And for every person's situation, why they go through what they went through could be different. Could be different. Only Allah knows. I went through horrible childhood trauma. If you've watched my domestic violence tapes, you'll know this. If you've not, go watch them right here on Reflections podcast episodes. The domestic violence tapes, I think part 1 talks about my childhood trauma. And why did I go through what I went through? I was tortured as a child by my stepmother. Why? Only Allah knows. Now looking back on it, I see the wisdom in number 1, that it allowed me to be helpful to other people. It allowed me to understand vulnerability. It allows me to help other people who are going through trauma. It allowed me to be very self-sufficient and self-reliant. It also created a lot of bad things in me that I needed to fix later on as an adult. But Allah knows best. It could be that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants my stepmother to be a person of hellfire, and I was going to be a reason for it. What she did to me is going to be a reason for her to be severely punished in the next life. Only Allah knows the wisdom behind what He does. Our job is not to question His wisdom. Our job is to have what is known as tawakkul. Tawakkul ala Allah is to have reliance on Allah, meaning that we trust Him. We trust Him not like you trust your parents, not like you trust your brothers or your sisters or your friends. You trust Allah unreservedly. Unreservedly you trust Allah. That means you just trust Allah with blindness. And that is part of faith. Like, my Lord, I don't know why you are putting me what you are putting me through. My Lord, I don't know why you allowed me to go what I went through in my past, but I trust that it is part of a wise plan that you had for my life and that it is good for me. This is what is tawakkul is all about. Tawakkul, inshallah. Anisa Ramirez, no, I don't know how to pronounce your last name, so I'm just going to say Anisa. Bro, assalamu alaikum, Omar Muhammad. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Monica, we have to remember that those traumas got us to the point where we were watching this video. There was wisdom and goodness that came from it. Alhamdulillah for the good and the bad. And that's it, Monica. We take the good and we take the bad. Samosas and sweet tea, 100% true. Yes. We were just talking about you. Samosas and sweet tea. We were just talking about you. Furqad Rafiq, thank you very much for answering my question. Can you please mention a few steps you took to heal your childhood wounds and what helped you the most? Okay, Furqan, this is something I will talk about inshallah ta'ala really quickly. I plan on going deeper into this in one of my podcasts, so I'm not gonna get too deep into it because I'm stealing my podcast time.
New super chat. Mandatory viewing is now in effect.
Dr. Khalid is back.
Salam, tell us if you have time about the election outcome and where is the U.S. heading, or more about the first white imam's power.
Dr. Khalid, thank you very much for the 250 Riyal super chat. The election outcome is going to be more of the same in reality. And it's just going to be more of the same in the reality. The U.S. is heading down a very, very dark road as we see it right now. Seriously, dark road. And the way things turned out, it looks like it's going to be much more of the same. It's going to be much more of the same. The economy is probably not going to get much better. It's actually probably going to get worse. Economists are saying that in 2023, there will probably be negative growth in every single quarter of 2023. That means we're going to hit into a deep recession. Morality's out the window. People are more concerned about gender politics than they are about putting food in their plates, apparently. You know, abortion's more important than paying your bills, apparently. So it's a very sad situation we find ourselves in in the United States. Allah knows best. Allah knows best. Yeah, Canada's probably right after us. So it's a mess. It's a mess. So about overcoming my childhood trauma. The first white imam's power, I don't know what that is. I don't know what that means, Dr. Khalid. Maybe if you could enlighten me more on what you mean by that. I don't know. For me, overcoming my childhood trauma, and it's something I'm still working on. Let me tell you something, guys. People who have, I'm him. No, I was one of the first. I was the first white imam in the South Carolina Department of Corrections. That's what happened with me. For those of you who have not watched my prison tapes, you'll probably have no idea what I'm talking about. But I was the first white imam in the South Carolina Department of Corrections, and that's also what led me to get stabbed by a fellow Muslim brother in the community. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go watch the prison tapes, and you'll find out through the prison tapes. You can watch the prison tapes right here. You can either listen to it on Spotify, you can listen to it on iTunes, all of that. But overcoming my childhood trauma, like I was saying, guys, some of these things are not things that you ever overcome, right? You don't really ever like overcome them. Like, it's not like you get to a point to where they don't affect you anymore. You don't get to a point where they ever affect you anymore. They're going to stay with you. This type of childhood trauma, this type of horrid incident is always going to stay with you. Just like someone who's been through domestic abuse, it's going to stay with you. Someone who suffers from PTSD, it's almost always going to stay with you. Anxiety almost always stays with you. Bipolar disorder, some of these things, they stay with you, but you learn how to live with them, and you learn how to live successfully with them. So the way I've learned how to successfully live with the trauma that I went through as a child was I learned to, number one, see the wisdom and trusting Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's brilliant plan for my life to lead me to the point where I am today. And number two, I learned forgiveness. Yeah? Forgiveness. I forgive my stepmother for what she did to me. And I don't forgive her because she asked for forgiveness. No, she didn't. She does not even acknowledge that she did anything wrong. I forgive her for me. I forgive her for me. Because when I forgive her for me, I let it go. I let it go. Because I don't believe she deserves to have that kind of power over me to continue to have a negative effect on my life. And I knew that that power would remain with me, that negative impact would remain with me until I let it go. And I forgave her for me, for my sake. So, that's what brought me to the best part of my healing, was I learned to forgive my mother for abandoning me as a child, leaving me with my stepmother, because I realized, you know, I look back on it now that I'm a grown adult and what she might have been going through, etc. If you don't know what I'm talking about, guys, go watch the Reflections podcast, the domestic violence tapes, the prison tapes. But I forgave her, and then I forgave my stepmother for what the torture she put me through, because then I'm able to let it go. I'm able to let it go. That's it. I'm able to let it go and walk away. And it's allowed me to now use those things to help other people. It's allowed me to use those things to help other people. All right, chat, we're going to take a 2-minute break. 2-minute break. I just had lunch, had a lot of water and a big old smoothie. So we're going to take a 2-second break. 2-second break. And we will be right back. I'm going to leave you with the Muslim Bilal track as we go. One of my favorites. One of my favorites. And we will be right back, inshallah. Hopefully by the time this finishes.
Forgive me for my sins. Forgive me for my shortcomings. Forgive me for my wrongdoings. Forgive me, forgive me. There's a lack of love in this household. All those hugs from my mum when I was young, I don't outgrow. Yeah. Now I'm all alone, trying to find a diamond in this bucket full of stones. I'm unhappy in this home. Like, nothing makes me happy. Like, continuously feeling empty. I see those bright eyes lighting up the city. They're calling me and tempting me. See. My mum warned me against her. My sister tell me, bro, don't go near her. And the brothers tell me, you cannot trust her. And the scriptures tell me men will ask after her. Let me introduce you to Layla. See, I wrote this on a Friday. I was the 9th of December. I was feeling vulnerable. Life weren't really going well. Layla started to hit me up. She understood, she could tell. Looking at her history, I see many came before me. And I ain't got no game. She just understood my story. She really started comforting, supporting me on my grind. I sleep with her at the night time, waking up to her sunshine. She looked me in my eyes. I say, promise you'll never lie. She replied, till the day you die, I'll be always at your side. So now I'm out here with my hoodie up, and I'm walking in this cold. I got Layla by my side, ride or die, you know the code. Gun underneath my coat, I got a sweat up on my palms. It's all eyes on me, cause this relationship's haram. But I'm walking with my chest out, I'm proud to call her mine. They're just jealous of what we got, cause they know that Layla fine. And they try to tell me don't get caught up, she been doing this for years. But I got them hard ears, so this is gonna end in tears. And that's exactly what it did, when she played me for a fool. Can't believe I see her with him, after me and him was cool. And she's trying to butter me up, like, babe, it's not even like that. Just because you see him all over my story, on my Snapchat, trying to draw me back. And she keeps calling out my name, but I'm avoiding her calls. I ain't got time for none of these games, it's always the same. I just wish I learned sooner. Let me introduce you to Layla, aka the Dunya.
AKA the Dunya. That's it, Layla, aka the Dunya. She'll get you. She'll get you. Brothers and sisters, she'll get you. All right, we're back. We're back. So that's how I healed from my own childhood trauma. Let me fix this. There we go. Yes, Sarah B. The smoothies. You gotta have the smoothies. You gotta eat good. You gotta eat good. You gotta eat good. The thing is, guys, health. And I talk about this a lot on my stream, right? The key to health. And my missus are probably watching this, is probably gonna be like, yeah, boy, listen to your own words. But the key to health is three things. That's it. Sleeping good, eating right, and exercising. That's it. And fruits and vegetables are an important part of our lives. And a lot of people don't really have the time to sit down and eat like 5 servings of fruits and vegetables a day. So I usually have smoothies. My wife makes me smoothies, and that's how I get my daily intake of fruits and vegetables and all that good stuff that I should be eating. All right, let me try to read this chat again. I got get a little bit closer because your boy's eyes are straining today. Let's see. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi. Love you for the sake of Allah. Pray Allah and crying out no one in my brother. Is this normal, Musa? Sometimes, yeah. Sometimes we got pent up trauma that we just got to let out. Sometimes, Musa, we have things that are pent up that we just got to get out of our system, and that's okay. It's okay. Grown men can cry. There's no problem in that. I wish I did it more. I got some blockage up in there, but I would love to do, more crying. We need grown men can cry too. Our Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam was the manliest man that's ever been a man, but he would cry profusely in the night out of the fear of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So crying is a manly trait. Muhammad, which Muslim floor do you recommend? Will these two better understand the modern age? All of the speakers on YouTube these days are hadith readers and don't give us meaning or apply in real life. Muhammad, there's a lot of decent people out there that I would suggest listen to. Maybe some people in the chat will drop some people that they think have been helpful to them, because I like a wide variety of talks and lectures. Anything from Bilal Asad and I've listened to lectures by Mufti Mink, Sheikh Abdul Rahim McCarthy, Siraj Wahaj. Bilal Asad is an OG old one that I used to listen to. Muhammad Hoblos, if you're in the mood to get hyped up. There's some others that influenced me a lot when I was a young Muslim, which some you can't even mention anymore. But there's a lot of people that are out there that are doing good work. But relatability is one thing that we are lacking in the Dawah scene, is relatability. Being able to show people that we're on everyone else's level and that we can speak to them straight across the table, if that makes sense. Inshallah. Bashallah, quite knowledgeable in Islam. No, I'm not that knowledgeable in Islam. I'm just barely a student. I'm just barely a student. That's all I'm trying to do. Yes, I did my bachelor's and master's in Islamic studies, but I'm just a student. That's it. I don't know a lot. You're him, yes, so interesting. Zanzibar. Assalamu alaikum, Hassan Haj from Zanzibar. Monica, those videos about trauma were so helpful. Thank you. You're very welcome. You're very welcome. You're very welcome. Emotional videos, those colors in your hair have a bad reputation nowadays. That's all right. We're not gonna let them own the rainbow. They can't own the rainbow, fam. They can't have it. They can't own the rainbow. Not gonna allow them to own it. Not gonna allow them to own it. If it helps, I would say complain to Allah. Know that it will take care of the situation and focus on. Yep, 100% musawwar. Monica, for childhood trauma and PTSD, read The Body Keeps the Score by Dr. Van der Kolk. I've never heard of that one. I'll check it out, inshallah. I will check that one out. The brother sure does this smoothie. Yeah, smoothies, 2 seconds done. True. Yep. What I have done. Thanks again. I watched Furqan. Thanks again. I've watched one of your videos where you spoke about your childhood and the time spent in prison. I appreciate you for watching that. I appreciate you for checking it out. Check out Shabab Clothing with some streetwear. May Allah bless you with that. May Allah bless you. ISO-S for your input in your streetwear. Naim Kazan, The Abuse of Forgiveness, Manipulation, and Harm in the Name of Emotional Healing by Zakiya. Worth reading. Yeah, actually, I'm gonna screenshot that and see. I'll check that out. I've never even heard of that book, so we're gonna screenshot that so I can look at it. There you go. After I started practicing Islam, forgave my father for killing my mother when I was an infant, then sexually abused me at 4, and I got out of jail and regained custody. Alhamdulillah. May Allah bless you for that. May Allah grant you goodness, inshallah. Yeah, for those of you who watch the domestic violence tapes, you'll know that my grandfather was killed by my grandmother. I mean, my grandmother was killed by my grandfather. I never met my maternal grandmother, my mom's mom, because she was murdered by my grandfather a year before, like a little over a year before I was born. So I never got to meet my maternal grandmother. And he only spent a couple of years in prison for it. Anyway, if you want to check that out, check it out on the domestic violence tapes on the Reflections podcast. Yeah, I love Bilal Assad as well. Bilal Assad's an OG. I've been listening to Bilal Assad and his tapes for a very, very long time. Bilal Assad's a very beautiful brother from Australia. And also the brother myself and my wife were talking about on one of our last podcasts. Murtaza Khan is another person I like to listen to. He's a very spiritually uplifting speaker, mashallah. Murtaza Khan is a very emotional, uplifting speaker as well. Someone I recommend to. Abdullah Ansalin, salam alaikum. How you doing, bro? Khalid Yassin, yep. What's your oldest pair of Jordans and what's the story behind them? Nobody? You want to know what my oldest pair of Jordans is? What do you mean my oldest pair of Jordans? The oldest pair of Jordans I got or the oldest pair that I own now? The oldest pair I had? The oldest pair I've ever had or the oldest pair I possess now? That's the question. Do you want to know what's the oldest pair? What's the first pair I ever had, or what's the oldest pair I own right now? For example, I only knew the Quran from God when I found YouTube videos that had scientific miracles. When I saw the prophecies from the Prophet Muhammad coming true. Yusuf, yes, mashallah, beautiful. The sun and the rain were gifts by Allah to us. 100% serenity. 100%. It's all from Allah. All from Allah. Wa alaikum salam. How'd you cop them? Old from like the 90s. Yeah, but that's what I mean. Do you want to know what's the oldest pair I have now in my possession currently? Or do you want to know the first pair of Jordans that I ever had? I guess you guys see, yeah, I see I have some Jordans back here. These don't have a matching pair to them. They got lost somewhere in storage. I don't know why. This was a pack that came that I don't have the right to and only have 2 left. So I just threw them up here. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Onion. MGL Onion, how you doing? Naim, copy link for the PDF book Zakia. If it's in PDF format, that would be good. You can also email that to me if it's in PDF format so I can put it in the chat next time. Inshallah. That's yushaevansmedia@gmail.com. yushaevansmedia@gmail.com. Nobody. I'll show you first, my first pair. And for those of you who did not see my stream tour and shoe room tour and all of that, then check that out. My shoe collection is literally, I'm looking at it right now as I look this way. It's right there. So I'll grab them just a second, inshallah. When missing a pair, just use them as decor. Advice from Yusha Evans. That's it. These right here were part of a set. There used to be, Jordan used to do these box sets where it'd be 2 pairs. And they were exclusive sets and special sets. And this is one of my favorite sets, but somehow in storage, the 2 rights were gone. Like, I don't know what happened. I got them out of storage when I was selling them all to buy these computers during the pandemic, and there was no rights. So I can't wear just a one left shoe. Even if it was 1 left, 1 right, I could mismatch it and look like a weirdo, but there's only 2 left. So what am I gonna do with that? What am I gonna do with that? Hold on a second. All right. This was the first pair of Jordans that I ever had. This is not them. This was the first time they were remade. But these were the first pair that I ever had. These are the Jordan 3 white cements from 1988. This shoe, I don't wear it a whole lot because it holds some sentimental value to me. Because my grandmother, because I was a huge Jordan fan as a kid. Like, I'm talking about, like, I was a huge Jordan fan. Thank you very much, Naeem. I'll check it out. I was a huge Jordan fan as a kid, and I wanted Jordans so badly. but they were like, you know, $100. And that was in 1988. $100 for a pair of shoes was, you know, like, it was crazy. So for my birthday, my grandmother bought me this exact pair, the originals, Jordan 3 white cements. And then every birthday after that, she would give me the new Jordan that was out that I wanted. And then from then on, I just became a sneakerhead. So this was my first pair of Jordan, the white cement 3s. You can see I don't wear them that much. They still have they still have the, that's how you know. If you want to check if somebody's worn a shoe a lot, look on this little symbol on the inside. If it's still there, they haven't been worn too much. The oldest pair that I currently have that I still wear, by the way, are these. I actually restored these. These are actually Jordan 7 playoffs. This shoe was made, this particular shoe right here was made in 1992. 1992. Nobody, yeah, Raptors didn't exist when this shoe came out, by the way. I know people call them Raptors, but these were just called Jordan 7 playoffs when they came out, because the Raptors weren't even a team at the time. But these shoes are from 1992, and I still wear them. I actually took these apart because all the inside was crumbling and all that. There's an air sole and some foam on the inside of here that was crumbling. So I actually took these apart and restored them, and they are actually still wearable. I still wear these today. If you look really closely, you can see, come on, there you go. You can see the age on these bad boys. You can see the age on these bad boys. I still wear them. Back in the days where Jordan had the crack. Yeah, I actually still wear them. All right, we'll put those back later. The email is Yusha Evans Media. Yusha Evans, my name, and then media@gmail.com. Yusha Evans Media@gmail.com. So that was my first pair, and that's the oldest pair I possess right now. I have a few that are OGs. Let me see. What am I missing here? Yusuf, Yusha, why can't I tell the Quran is from God by reading it? I only knew that it was from God because YouTube videos show improve, but not reading the Quran itself. This is going to be you taking some more time to spend with it, because the Quran challenges you to find a mistake. Find me another book out there that has not only the miraculous nature of the scientific miracles, etc., so on and so forth, but also the Quran is a book without mistake. It is perfect in every way. It gives guidance. It has all of the miracles. Nothing in it's ever been disproven. 1400 years, and nobody's ever been able to disprove one single statement that is in the Quran. This is the perfectness of the book. Can be from none other than God. Nice shoe collection you have, bro, Yusha. I just like shoes. It's one of my worldly pleasures that I like. I do like shoes. That's it. I like shoes. I used to have, like I said, I used to be in the shoe business. This is why I have a bunch of shoes, as I used to be in the buying and selling business, and then I sold out of it. But there was a lot of pairs that I couldn't sell simply because they had been worn or I didn't have the box or whatnot. And so every once in a while, I still pick up a pair here and there that come out that I really like. But I like shoes. I like shoes. I'm a sneakerhead. OG sneakerhead. We talked about that in our last podcast on Samosas and Sweet Tea. Have you ever had a non-Muslim ask you what you were doing while making salah in public and how to signal them while in salah? No, I've never really had somebody come up and ask me what am I doing. I've had people look at me strangely, I'm sure, while I pray in the airport or whatever, because I pray wherever I go. But I've never had anybody come and ask me what I'm doing. And I don't know what you mean by how do you signal them while in salah. I'm not sure what you're asking for. Yusuf123, I am good, alhamdulillah, my bro. How are you doing? We do definitely have some more talks coming up soon. I actually will be in Tampa, Florida in December. Next month I'll be in Tampa, Florida with Eddie from the Dean Show in his new center that he is opening, the Dean Center in Tampa, Florida. I will be down there for a fundraising dinner for that project on December the 17th. And then in January, I'm not announcing it yet because all the ducks are not in a row, but January, February, there might be a number of speaking engagements coming up overseas that I might be doing. All the ducks are not in a row for that yet. When the time comes, I will be announcing that, inshallah. I'll be announcing that when it comes. But if that's the case, there'll be a number of opportunities for the brothers and sisters where I'm going to be to come and see me live, as well as we will be recording all of the talks, and there will be new talks and things of that nature. We'll be recording all of the talks, and they will be getting posted on my YouTube channel, inshallah ta'ala. So stay tuned for the announcement on that when all the ducks are lined up, inshallah. How to heal after a toxic marriage, Kainat. The best way to heal after that is to reevaluate and not reevaluate, re-self-assign your own worth. Re-self-assign your own worth. Know what your worth is, that you are valuable, that you are a valuable person, that you are a good person, that you bring goodness. Yes, all of us have things that we should work on and we could work on. None of us are perfect. None of us, not a single one of us are perfect. But we are all valuable in the eyes of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala because He has guided us. And guidance is a sign of value. Guidance is a sign of value. What you decide to do with it is up to you. But how to heal after that is to understand that at some point you have to let it go. At some point you have to let it go because you are now the captain of your own ship. Before you might have been, my birds are freaking out. I don't know if you guys can hear that. They are losing their mind. Before you might have been on a ship of toxicity in your former marriage. You might have been on a ship of toxicity and you weren't the captain. You were just a passenger and could not choose the destination. But now that you're out of it, you are the captain of your own ship. You are the captain of your own ship. You get to choose where the destination of that ship goes. You get to choose what kind of cargo you're carrying, etc. So now that you're the captain, you get to right that ship the way you want to. So make sure that you spend time doing that and establishing your own self-worth and value, inshallah. Let me see. What am I missing? Hey, Yusha, your grandma's a sincere person about truth. If she wasn't mean, only Allah knows, Yusuf. We don't know. Only Allah knows. I used to be in the shoes until I smelled Blue de Chanel. Ever since I've been in a perfume colognes. Nobody. I also have a very big perfume collection. I also have a very big attar collection, which maybe one day I'll show on stream, inshallah, the attar collection. I am also an attar connoisseur. I've posted on my Instagram before. You probably have to scroll a long way down to find it. But I actually am a huge connoisseur of attar, and I think I've shown it before on some streams that I've done it in the past. But I'm a big connoisseur of attar. I actually have some attars that were gifted to me that are exuberantly
New super chat. Mandatory viewing is now in effect.
MashaAllah, Nazim. Excuse me, not Naim Kazan. With the $100 super chat, may Allah bless you, grant you goodness in this life and the next life, and make it heavy for you on your scale on the day of judgment, supporting what I do over here. MashaAllah. May Allah bless you. May Allah bless you. May Allah bless you. One second. My birds are freaking out. All right. My daughter went and chilled them out. They're not a couple. They're both females. They live together, and sometimes they hear my voice when I'm streaming, and I haven't really had to spend a lot of time with them today. So they start wigging out. They start wigging out. I'm talking about Andrew Wiggins wigging out. Sean Muhammad, I'll address that Nike thing in a moment. But nobody. This is I've shown this on stream before, but this is not a big bottle. This is here you go. I'll let you guys. Let me get that zoomed in a little bit. Come on, camera. There you go. This is as big as it is. But this was given to me. This was given to me as a gift from the Alim of Bahrain. I actually have some smaller bottles of it that were given to me as a gift as well. I want you to see this attar, guys. Hold on. Look how thick this is. Wow, just opening it. This is called Oof, it's made my whole office smell now. This stuff is so strong. This is called Oud Kalakasi from Abdus Samad al-Qurayshi. Oud al-Kalakasi from Abdus Samad al-Qurayshi. If our Dr. Khalid is still in here, he knows all about Abdus Samad al-Qurayshi. Oud Kalakasi is an atar that you cannot get unless you go and ask for it. You have to go and ask for it. A nice little beautiful bottle right there. Oh, come on. Come on, focus. Refocus. No, it doesn't want to focus. This is too small. This is too small for it to focus on. There you go. Anyway, it's got a nice Abdul Samad Qurayshi thing on it. Anyway, this, somebody take a guess on how much this costs. Somebody take a guess. This is actually this is 2 tolas. 2 tolas. For 1 tola, somebody take a guess on how much this costs, this bottle. I'll let you guys guess as I read the question from Sean Muhammad about Nike. This is atar. Okay, brothers and sisters, Naeem said they will match the next $100 any donation or any super chat. May Allah reward you. So whatever super chat you put, Naeem will match it. May Allah bless you, grant you guys goodness, inshallah, for supporting the stream, inshallah. So we got 2,000, 150, 350, 300, 200. Yes, Naeem is for real. Naeem always matches the chat, mashallah. May Allah bless Naeem. Always matches the super chats and supports me heavily, and may Allah grant goodness for that. One of these, and the price has gone up since then. This was maybe about 7-8 years ago. One of these cost 1 tola. This is 2 tola, by the way. 1 tola costs 10,000 Saudi riyals. 10,000 Saudi riyals. I don't know what that translates to now. 10,000 Saudi riyals per tola. So you can do that. You can do that math. And that is because this is the oldest perfume Abdul Samad al-Qurayshi ever made. It's over 130 years old. It's like 130 years old. This oud is like 130 years old. Literally a drop of this will stay on you for a week. If you rub this into anything, it's going to stay there for like a week and be super duper strong. That's $2,700. So yeah, so around $3,000 for one tola, and this is 2 tolas. That's why I said it's been given as a gift to me. Cause I won't be able to afford it. Yeah, like 5,000 pounds for 2 tolas. This was given to me as a gift. This would last me like literally the rest of my life. I had 1 tola that I used for like over 10 years. And I had another tola given to me, which I still use. And then I have this one, which is 2. So that's a lot. That's a lot. And may Allah bless the sheikh who gave me this. May Allah bless the sheikh who gave me this. I let him try some of this and said I loved it. And before I left Bahrain, he made sure I had 2 tolas given to me as a gift. Barakallah. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless him, mashallah, and grant him goodness. Because I love atar. And this is, if you like oud, this is like the creme de la creme of oud. This is like the Bugatti of oud, man. This is like the Bugatti of oud. Seriously. Alhamdulillah. So maybe we'll do a whole collection one day and we'll talk about them. I don't remember the names of all of them, but they all remind me of something and they all have some unique smells. I also have the exact one that they put on the Kaaba. The Atar al-Kaaba, I actually have the real one from Abdul Samad al-Qurayshi, the one that they actually wipe on the Kaaba. I have the real Hajar al-Aswad, the real one that they wipe on the black stone as well. I have the real one that they use in the Rawda. It is known as Taif Rose that they use in the Rawda in Medina.
New super chat. Mandatory viewing is now in effect.
May Allah help us support one another. Palms up together.
Mo Rock with the $250 super chat. May Allah bless you and grant you goodness in this life and the next, and make it heavy for you in your scale of deeds on the day of judgment. MashaAllah, for supporting what we do. I truly appreciate it. That goes a long way to help us continuing to do what we do over here. May Allah bless you. May Allah bless you. May Allah bless you. Grant you goodness. Make it heavy for you. Make it thaqeel for you on your scale of deeds on the day of judgment, and grant you nothing but goodness, inshallah. So yeah, it costs a lot. Let me address
New super chat.
and there comes
Mandatory viewing is now in
Naeem
effect.
with another $100 super chat. May Allah bless you guys and increase you for all the goodness and all the gratitude that I can express and helping make it worthwhile to come and create this space for you guys, inshallah. Make sure you tell everybody about this stream and tell them that we're always hanging out on Thursdays, and maybe on Tuesdays we'll start doing it as well, but for sure every Thursday that I'm physically capable, we're hanging out, we're chatting, we're chilling for 2 hours, inshallah, to the best of our abilities. I feel out of perfumes are very strong, gives me a headache. Me too, sometimes. That's why I can't wear them all the time. I like to just get light, nice, little stiff, and then and go on, inshallah. Chatting and chilling. Yes, that's what we're doing. Chatting and chilling. It's chat and chill. That's the whole point. Addressing things that you guys want to talk about. Okay, Sean Muhammad. There we go. Assalamu alaikum. I heard the word Nike or the Nike symbol has pagan origins. I think named after a Greek god. What's your take on this? The word Nike. It's actually not Nike. It's Nike. The word Nike is a Greek name after it means victory. But they also created a Greek goddess named Victory. They called her goddess Nike. And Nike took its inspiration for its name after that Greek goddess, right? The Nike symbol has nothing to do with that. And I know that because I've been an OG sneakerhead and around Nike for a long time. The swoosh actually was created by an intern at Nike at the time. She was paid $7 for it, but now she was also given some stock in Nike. Was worthless at the time, but now it's worth like, billions probably. She created the little swoosh because it was supposed to represent speed. That was the whole point of the swoosh. But yes, the word Nike comes from the Greek word Nike, which just means victory in the language, but it's also the name of a Greek goddess, right? But do you know anybody that worships the Greek gods anymore? Do you know anybody out there worshiping Nike, any of this anymore? No, it's just a name. It's just a name. Similarly, and so I see no issue with it. No issue with wearing Nike at all whatsoever. For those who do, may Allah bless them in that. If that's your opinion and people you respect their opinion, say that it is impermissible, go for it. But the reason why I see no issue is because it has no meaning no more. For instance, if we use that same ruling, because if you apply that ruling to Nike, right? If you apply that ruling to Nike, then you have to apply that ruling across the board, right? So the days of the week: Monday, after the moon god; Wednesday, after Woden; Thursday, after Thor; Friday, after Freya; Saturday, after the god Saturn; Sunday, after the sun god. You can't use any of those names no more, bro. None. The same with January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September. All of these were named after gods and goddesses. So none of these can be used. But why do we use them in our everyday language and we see no problem with it? Because no one worships these gods anymore. And these names have just become synonymous with days of the week or months of the year. The same way that if you say Nike now, if you go out in the world today and ask 1,000 people, 100,000 people, what does Nike mean? They're going to say Nike means sportswear. Nike means shoes. Nobody's going to be Nike means God or goddess or anything of that nature. It's not known for that. Nike has become synonymous with sports and sportswear. Therefore, I see no issue in it whatsoever. I wear Nike, bismillah. No worries, no issues. But if you follow the ruling that it is impermissible because it is named after a Greek god, that's no problem. Don't wear it. But also make sure you apply that across the board. That same ruling, you got to apply it across the board. Honda. You know Honda? You know the car company Honda? Named after a god as well. So you got to sell your Hondas. You know that wing that's on the old Honda symbol? The old OG Honda symbol is actually a wing. Is actually after a Greek god as well. So, bro, can't have the Hondas. You got to get rid of that too. It's after a Greek god. There's so many different things. But they don't have that original meaning anymore. Therefore, there's no issue. Nobody's out there worshiping the Greek god Nike. So I have no issue. That's my personal opinion. And that's the opinion I stick by. But I also have no problem with the person who doesn't. And who says it's haram. No problem. The problem becomes, Mazda too, I think. The problem becomes when you think that your opinion is the only right opinion. When you think that your opinion, because your sheikh says that this is the way it is, then for you, that's it. And everybody who doesn't have your own opinion or who doesn't follow your opinion is wrong. And we try to shove our opinion down people's throats, or try to shove our sheikh's opinion down other people's throats when there are other valid opinions out there. That's what is known as ikhtilaf, permissible differences of opinion. If there's a permissible difference of opinion, let each to be at their own. Let each to be their own. Bro, you do you and I do me. That's it. I have to answer to Allah for my decision on the day of judgment. You have to answer to Allah on about your decisions on the day of judgment. We leave it at that, bro. We leave it at that. All right. So let me see what questions I've mentioned, because we only got about 15 more minutes, and I got to get up out of here because I need to pray Asr. 10-15 minutes because I need to pray Asr before my 3 o'clock session, inshallah. Let me see. When we see where. Only Allah is better refrain from this. Yes, clingy birds. Yes, my birds are clingy. They're super clingy. Super clingy. How's Modern Warfare 2 treating you? It's all right. I'm trying to level up guns. I've got all the snipers and ARs leveled up. That's all I need for when Modern Warfare 2 comes out. So we'll let it ride from that. We'll let it ride from that. How's the cat? The cat's good. The cat's good. She's usually hiding around somewhere. She might show up. I see her like walk by my office every once in a while, because the way I'm facing is where my office door entrance is, and I'll see her sometimes just walking back and forth. But I haven't seen her actually yet. Check out TF's Rose, Prick, and Cherry Drop. I have to check that out. Inshallah. You streaming COD tomorrow, Izan? Yes, tomorrow we'll be streaming probably some Warzone. I don't know if we'll be doing Modern Warfare 2 tomorrow, but Rebirth Island is going to be gone literally at the end of November. So we're going to get some more of that in before it's gone, inshallah. What else do you like to make a collection of? Books. That's it. I got a collection of shoes, books, atr. This is what I collect: shoes, books, atr, and bills. That's it. That's what I got a collection of: shoes, books, athers, and bills. That's it. That's what we collect. Too bad you can't smell it. Maybe one day they'll create something where you'll be able to smell through the thing. So how do you like green Irish tweed by Tweed? I don't even know what that is. I never even is that a cologne? Never even smelled that. If that is a cologne, I've never smelled it. How do you let go of attachment to people? Sumaya Chowdhury? By realizing that everything is transient. If you're attached to somebody that you should not be attached to, if you're attached to somebody that should not be attached to, know that everything is transient. Nothing in this world lasts forever. Don't attach yourself to something that is impermanent. The best thing to attach yourself to is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is eternal. Allah is eternal. And you can be attached to things that, like, I'm attached to my children, my spouse, etc. But, you know, you can't become overly attached to something that's transient, because it could be here today, gone tomorrow. Anything of this world could be here today, gone tomorrow. Yusha, if you ever go to Sephora Ulta, make sure you try out Tom Ford's Cherry Drop. Ask him for a sample. Uzma. Tom Ford's Cherry Drop. I'll have to check it out, inshallah. Tom Ford's Cherry Drop. Mubarak Yusuf, are you Salafi? No, I'm a Muslim, bro. I'm a Muslim. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, وَقَالَ الْإِنَّنِي مِنَ الْمُسْلِمِينَ, and they call themselves Muslim. So that's what I am. I'm a Muslim. Simple as that. They wouldn't be allowed to public companies religious or had religious meaning. True. Roman ones. Creed is very good. Akhi, I bet eternity. Yeah, we do what we do. We do what we do. The fitra of man is strength. It's not permissible for women to do this because it's natural they are attracted men. For a man who wears perfume is a beautiful thing. Akhi, it's good. I'll check it out, inshallah. I will try to check it out, nobody. Any advice on how to be addicted to validation from others? Not to be addicted to validation from others. Look, you should be your own validation. You should be the validator of your own self. Like, you should know your own worth and know what you are and who you are. That's it. That keeps you humble, but it also lets you know that yes, I have some value. I have value. Because if you're looking in validation in others, you are giving them power. You're giving them power. You're giving them strength over you. And people normally don't deserve that. Validation comes from you. You validate yourself. That's it. When you look in the mirror, are you happy with the person that you see? If not, are you working on becoming the better version of you? If yes, alhamdulillah, that's who you are. If not, work on it. What people's opinions don't matter. People's opinions don't matter. People's opinions do not matter. Do not matter. So you need to have your own opinion of yourself and validate to that and realize that everybody else is just going to have an opinion based on snippets of you. Nobody really knows you like that. These people that have opinions of you, don't even really know you well enough to have that type of opinion of you. It's based upon snippets. You know who you are. That is where you put your validation, inshallah. Where did I miss? Yep, Morak, I'm a Muslim. That's it. Adam Z, salam from Oman. Welcome to the stream, my brother. Welcome. How to respond to a new Muslim who enthusiastically asked in a new Muslim cat group, how's everyone celebrating Thanksgiving? I was thinking to post 2 videos about scholars' opinions. Yeah, just do that. Thanksgiving is not even really a holiday that it doesn't have religious origins to it necessarily, but at the same time, it's a very dark history about Thanksgiving. Like every day for a Muslim should be Thanksgiving. Every day for a Muslim that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gives you life, wakes you up with iman, that you can still say La ilaha illallah Muhammadur Rasulullah. That should be a day of thanksgiving for you. Gratitude, shukr, la in shakartum la izidannakum. If you're grateful to me, I'll give you more. But the history of Thanksgiving and what the British did to the Native Americans, is a tragedy. It is a genocide. The Native Americans were put through genocide. When they came over, the Native Americans taught them how to live here in America, how to grow crops, etc., how to survive. And then to repay them, they massacred them. To repay them, they massacred them. So, and I understand this because I do have Native American heritage. My grandfather was Cherokee Indian. My grandfather was nearly full-blooded Cherokee Indian. So he made sure we were well in tune with the Native American heritage. And actually the Cherokee Indians had some influence from Islam. The Cherokee Indians, I don't have time to go through that right now. Maybe on another stream we'll do that. But the Cherokee Indians had some heritage from Islam. You can do your own research on that and you'll come to find out that what I'm saying is facts. But even my grandfather's name was Homer. It comes from the name Omar. And there are some Cherokee gravestones that you can still find to this day that have the moon, the crescent moon and the star on them. Anyway, but the Cherokees were contacted by Muslims a very long time ago. We'll leave that for now. Islam had come to North America long before Columbus. How do you think Columbus knew how to get here? His navigator had maps in Arabic drawn by Muslims. We're not going to go down that route right now. Not going to go down that route right now. Once you get married, have a strong family, you don't see validation except from Allah. 100%. 100%. 100%. I can answer only a couple more and then we got to roll out. Thank God for waking up for Fajr prayers. He said it smells strong, but viewers can't smell it. Yeah, it was smelling. My paternal grandfather. So my roots go back to Native American / Irish. My grandmother was Irish. My grandfather was Native American, and there was some Welsh mixed in there somewhere. That's how the Evans name got in there, because Evans is a Welsh name. You go to Wales, it's Evans everything. And my grandmother was full-blooded Irish. And my mom's side of the family is a mixture of German, and some other I'm not sure of, but German for sure I know because my grandmother's name was Rudnoff. I'm just a mixture of a whole lot of things, man. Tartarian history, research it. Islamic, yes, 100%. Yep. Yusha, your dad and your sister ain't close to accepting Islam. Only Allah knows. Only Allah can guide. Only Allah can guide people. That's the thing. Brothers and sisters, when it comes to da'wah, We can share the message. We can share the message, but we cannot guide. We cannot. We can share the message, but we cannot guide. Only Allah can guide. Only Allah is al-hadi. Only Allah is the guide. In da'wah, there's known as something as hidayat al-tawfiq, which is the guidance of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to open a person's heart to Islam. And then there's hidayat al-irshad, which is our job to share the message. So we can become a vessel for guidance. As Muslims, we can become a vessel for guidance for other people to believe in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But all we can do is share the message. Then if Allah wills, Allah can open that person's heart and guide them to himself. That's it. We cannot guide anyone. We share the message and that's all we can do. Amr, I'll check it out. I'll check out the email, inshallah. I saw it. I just haven't had a chance to pop a look at it. I'll take a look at it, inshallah. Sounds good. Sounds good, my bro. But that's it. That's all we can do. That's all we can do is share the message. If Allah wants to guide someone, He will guide them. That's why I have never, ever, ever focused on the results of da'wah. Our job is to share the message. That's it. Once we have shared the message, chat, listen. Once we have shared the message, we've done our job. That's it. There's nothing more you can do. Simply, plainly share the message of Islam with someone else. After that, it is up to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala whether or not that person will be guided or not. There are so many occasions where people will come to Islam even when you don't know. You know, like for things you don't know. People might have watched my videos and accepted Islam or come to a lecture that I gave and then later on started thinking about Islam based upon and accept it. And I'll never know. And I don't need to know. I don't need to know. Why? Because if Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala does not accept my intention, if my niyyah was not in the right place, if my intention was not in the right place, then it won't matter anyway. That person will get their benefit and I'll get nothing. The only thing that's going to matter on the Day of Judgment is what Allah has accepted from me. So I don't care about counting numbers, etc. People ask me a lot, like how many people have accepted Islam based on your da'wah. I don't know. I'll find out on the Day of Judgment, won't I? That's it. That's it. I'll find out on the Day of Judgment. I'm hoping that it's going to be a good surprise because I could use all of the good deeds that I can get. But helping someone else come to Islam is such a beautiful thing. We'll close it off with this, inshaAllah ta'ala. We'll close it off with this today, chat. The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and this is in the collection of Imam Muslim, he said, whoever guides someone to Islam, that means whoever helps someone else become a Muslim, right? They get the reward of the guided one without the reward of the guided one being lost. This means that if you help someone come to Islam, then every single action that they do, you get rewarded for it equally. If they pray, Allah counts it as if you prayed. If they fast, Allah counts it as if you fasted. If they give charity, then Allah counts it as if you gave charity. So every good deed they do, you get an equal deed like it. And that's for everyone.
Membership received.
MashaAllah, Mo Rock, for becoming a member. May Allah bless you and grant you goodness, inshallah, for becoming a member, supporting the stream. Every good deed they do, you get an equal reward for it. And that's for everybody. That's if you help 100 people become a Muslim, then you'll be getting not only your good deeds on your scale of good deeds, but you'll also be getting those 100 people's good deeds on your scale of good deeds. So it is one of the acts in Islam, da'wah, that gives reward like nothing else. Like nothing else. I think the only thing that might be comparable to it is becoming a shaheed, is shahada, becoming a shaheed for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Other than that, giving da'wah racks up so many rewards, because not only are you fulfilling an order of Allah when Allah commands us, "Ud'u ila sabil rabbika bil hikmati wa maw'izati al hasana wajadilhum billati ahsan," calling the way of your Lord with wisdom and good speech, and argue with them in a way that is better. And also, in the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, "Convey from me even if it is one verse." And on the farewell pilgrimage, when he says, "Those of you here today, convey this message to those that are not here." So not only are you following an order of Allah and deeds for yourself on the Day of Judgment. So never, ever, ever, ever be afraid to tell other people about Allah in this deen. It hurts you in no way whatsoever. And if you do suffer because of it, it's a good deed. It's hasanat for you. It's a good thing. Da'wah is always going to be the core of what I do. Even if I'm doing other things in the gaming and whatever it is that we do. Dawah is always at the core, and if anyone is ever interested in Islam, then that becomes the primary focus at that time and place for whatever we do. All right, chat, I got to get out of here because I have 10 minutes to go pray and get ready for my session, next coaching session at 3 p.m. Tomorrow, guys, we'll be over on the Yusha Gaming channel, which is linked right here at the bottom of my channel. Make sure you go subscribe over there. If you want to watch some Call of Duty gameplay tomorrow, then check us out over there. 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. 3:34ish, somewhere around that time, 3:34ish Eastern Standard Time when I get back from Jummah. And we'll be over there on YouTube. We've left Twitch completely because I cannot encourage any Muslim to go on Twitch anymore because of the nonsense that goes on over there. I just can't encourage any Muslim with a good sense, with a good heart, to go to Twitch anymore. YouTube is a different platform. It's the algorithm is better over here. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. For those of you who come. For those of you who come for only for our Thursday streams, inshallah ta'ala, I'll see you next Thursday. Unless, we decide to start doing Tuesdays. And if we just do decide to start doing Tuesdays, it will most likely be after this major trip that I might have coming up, depending on whether all the ducks get lined up. And we're not announcing that yet, but when we do. And if so, then maybe when I come back from that, because I want to make sure we keep doing this on the next one, inshallah. But for those of you who came today, may Allah bless you for your time. Your time, as I always say, is your most valuable commodity. Your time is the most valuable commodity, and the fact that you have given me some of it is just, I'm truly honored by it. And may Allah grant you goodness. And for all of you who supported, Morak who supported, Dr. Khalid who supported, Naim who supported, like all of you guys, may Allah bless you. You allow this to continue to happen. You allow this to continue to happen. You allow me to continue to take the time to offer this service for you guys, inshallah ta'ala, on the chat and chill streams, and to be able to answer your questions and just hang out with you guys. And inshallah ta'ala, we'll see you next Thursday. Got nothing but love for every single one of you. May Allah grant you goodness. May Allah grant you peace. May Allah grant you safety. May Allah grant you security. May Allah grant you paradise. May Allah grant you peace in your hearts, minds, homes, and souls. And when you see you on the next one, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. I got nothing but love for all of you. I am out of here.